So, I went back to HHN this year, like I did last year, and of course, the main thing that drew me in again was, Stranger Things, and it was, I really liked it, as, I did go in all 10 houses instead of just 5 like last year, because I was scared of the mazes. To be fair, it was my first time. And so today's video is going to be ranking all 10 HHN houses for 2019. So first up is going to be Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now, this maze is more fun than really scary. I mean, if I were to say to anyone which house to go into, if you're scared of them, which I mean, you gotta go to one at least. It wouldn't be Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I would wait just a few. I would honestly pick Stranger Things first, as it's the biggest property there. Well, that and Ghostbusters. But that is definitely my favorite house, and I'm probably gonna put some pictures and images of it. It was amazing. I really liked it. It was really fun. They had everything from the movie. The costumes are great. I mean, tried to ask Shorty for a hug. He said no, but it's all the same. It was really good. They put a lot of detail into it, and they had the amazing theme song by the Dickies playing in there, which was also really nice. And it was a really great maze. All right, so next one is going to be Universal Classic Monsters. Now, when I was actually pretty scared to go in this maze because I looked it up on YouTube, and oh boy, did it look oh boy, it was kind of terrifying. So I thought, no, we're not going to go in there. But then I said, you know what, I'll go in there. I mean, I love the Wolfman and all the classic monsters, so I just went in there. And my God, it was fun. Oh, and here's a tip for any of you who are going to HHN or have been, or are going or in there right now and watching this video or whatever. The original mazes, so Classic Monsters, Depths of Fear, Nightingale's Blood Pit. I'm trying to think of more. What are more? God, no, come on. I'm trying to look at the back of my shirt here. Yeti terrified me. I'll get that one later though. And what's the last one? It was I can't figure it out. I don't know. Probably gonna be later. But those original mazes are much scarier than the ones based off of licenses, like Graveyard Games. That was it. But based off of licenses, like Stranger Things and Ghostbusters. That tend to be the reason for this tends to be that they have more creative freedom doing this than they do something as big as Ghostbusters or Stranger Things or whatnot. So, Universal Classic Monsters, it was great. What they did is they made all the classic monsters actually scary. They redesigned them. They made Dracula look like it was like Bela Lugosi crossed with kind of the Wolfman. Almost. It looked like a demon, kind of. The Wolfman was legitimately scary. I'm not going to spoil any scares in there, because that's what, YouTube's job is for. But the Wolfman was really good. That part was really good. They had Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Phantom of the Opera. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which surprised me that's actually a classic monsters movie, because I didn't know it was, and it has one of the most unique scares. But it does take a while. I mean, you have to be lucky to actually see it, because the way it takes a long time for it to kind of work. If you take the tour or if you look it up on YouTube, you'll know what I mean. But it involves Quasimodo. Let's just say that. But that one was actually really good. It had Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, and there was one jump scare at the end that terrified me. again, you'll either be in that maze after you're watching this, or you will be watching this randomly because you have nothing better to do, which I respect because I do that a lot. I'm still watching HHN videos after I went back from Florida. Next will definitely probably have to be Ghostbusters. No, Ghostbusters, it's not a scary maze. It is not intended to be. It's meant to be lighthearted. It's meant to be fun. And because, it's a PG movie that I'm trying to get my school to watch on Halloween, but that's not the point. And it's a lighthearted movie. It's not supposed to be scary, and yet Universal, of course, pulled it off. I mean, it's not like Disney's better or anything. I just made so many people mad, but I don't care. But they made it actually scary. The effects were really good. Slimer was spectacular. It wasn't cheesy. Yeah, they had Stay Puft, and they couldn't show all of them, well, for obvious reasons. But they had them in there. They had Ray, Stans, Egon, I don't know if they had Egon, Venkman, etc. So, that one was really good. It's not that scary, so. Next one, the one after this will definitely have to be probably, this looks bad, Graveyard Games. Here's why. Graveyard Games, it was, I like the original concept because it's, well, I mean, who plays ghosts in a graveyard in a cemetery? But that one, it was decently terrifying. Think about it like that. It was very decently terrifying. For the jump scares, they knew what they were doing. There is one I'm gonna spoil for you because it seems to vary. There's a part, I don't know which part of the maze, where this guy actually starts crawling on the ground, and it's kind of terrifying. But he starts crawling out. He starts like crawling on all fours after you, and that's the only. You're not really supposed to swear at HHN, but I did, and I kind of jumped and scurried away, like a rat. But that one was really good. The scares were really good. The scares were great. All right, next one is probably gonna be Nightingale's Blood Pit because I'm a big fan of the ancient Roman stories, ancient Greece, you name it. I'm kind of a big fan of it. But so Nightingale's Blood Pit took the Nightingale's concept back from 2011 when they had that concept for World War I, and they put it in ancient Rome. So the story there is like the gladiator games have been going on for about 150 days because there's been a drought. And then when you walk through the maze, you can hear like a storm going in. But the catch is there's these creatures called nightingales who feed off the dead and dying. And if you know what gladiator games are, yeah, that's exactly what they are. Gladiator games are literally dead and dying. That's what it is. So all throughout the maze, you hear the thundering. It's a mix between like dead gladiators walking around and actual nightingales who are dressed like gladiators or people from ancient Rome. But the whole maze, it smells like urine, and I thought it was urine for a long time until it was pointed out to me that's actually rotting flesh. So that's a fun fact to know. So that urine smells the same as rotting flesh. So if you ever need to know that for no reason, now you know. But Nightingales was actually really good. It just had a very low ceiling, so sorry if you're really tall, you're gonna get hit on the head more than once there. Next is Us. Us was really good. If you've seen the movie, you will get everything in this maze. It starts off like back in the 1980s when Adelaide was a little girl and whatnot, but it goes forward to 2019 obviously, and you have the Wilsons being terrorized. The physical acting they put in was really good. It was actually kind of scary because you'd have Red, which is like her neck would move and then her body would turn around, which is really. It's physically off-putting of how erratic it was. It scares you, not in a jump scare way, but to the point where your brain says that's not normal. Whoever this person is clearly, isn't normal. So it puts you off like that, and then of course you'd have that normal jump scares. Oh boy. Next house, definitely. It's gonna have to go to Yeti. Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. I've always wanted to go to Canada, but I haven't been there. Probably wouldn't be a long flight though. Anyway, so this one takes place in Canada in the Yukon, which I think it's a province. I'm not too sure, but it's very up north, Canada. I think it's really close to Alaska, but basically you're there. It takes place in 1869, I think, and you follow it's really cold in there too. It's really cold, but you follow these people, these like hunters or something, in the cold, frigid climate as the Yetis come after you, and these people are tall too. Like they're about 6'5" with platform boots. They're huge, and I don't know why that one terrified me the most. It had some of the best effects in the maze compared to Stranger Things, which had phenomenal effects. But it was a good maze. It was scary. It scared me. I screamed at almost every single jump scare. Oh god. Alright, next house, Depths of Fear. Now, Depths of Fear, it's an original maze. It takes place deep sea mining, where these creatures that come on board and, are infecting miners and killing miners and whatnot. When I like deep sea miners, I should probably reassure that, because these aren't like miners. Okay, they're like a deep sea people who go into submarines and whatnot. Anyway, these creatures come on board. They start infecting these deep sea miners and whatnot. And the thing about this maze is you technically don't survive it. Like, you survive Graveyard Games. You survive Yeti. You survive Plastic Monsters. You survive Ghostbusters. You survive us. You survive them. You don't survive this. You die. You die in this maze. Theoretically. You don't actually die, because that would be illegal. But, oh god, that was bad timing. But it's, technically you die. There's a certain situation at the end of the maze where it kind of confirms it with non-epileptic friendly lighting. Let's just say that. Alright, next. Next is gonna have to go to House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, notice how I'm not saying anything bad about these, because I really enjoyed all of them. So this is just I'm not saying these are bad, any of these are bad. I'm just saying I enjoyed some more, because Universal puts too much effort into them for me to say they're bad. And I mean, each house costs about $1 million. So, but anyway, what'd I say? Oh, yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, I haven't seen this movie, but the maze was pretty good. The actor for Captain Spaulding was spectacular, and it captured Rob Zombie's style of films. I mean, if you've ever seen 31, Rob Zombie's 31, House of a Thousand Corpses, 3 from Hell, you know his style of work. So it's exactly like that. It's that weird music video, Rob Zombie type of stuff that's always there. So, and it's always there. It's never gone. And you have Captain Spaulding and whatnot. I want to describe more, but I haven't seen the movie, so I really can't. Alright, after House of a Thousand Corpses, so I'm trying to think of the other movies. There was Killer Clowns, I said Ghostbusters, I said Us, and I said House of a Thousand Corpses. That leads to the one and only Stranger Things. Now, here's why I like Stranger Things last. It's not because it was a bad maze, far from it. It's because it wasn't scary. It was not scary. I did not get scared, really. There was really one thing where it kind of started with me, but it wasn't that scary. Last year, it was a lot more scary than this year. I don't know why, but focusing on things not being scary, the effects and everything else was phenomenal. I mean, the effects of the Demogorgon and the Demodogs, the Mind Flayer, everything was so good and so detailed. Again, it was a 2-hour wait, house, because it's Stranger Things. What do you expect? Season 4 has been freaking announced, for Shrek's sake. But it was a really good maze. It was really good. You had season 2 and 3 in it, and unlike I'm gonna rip on California here, but California it was mostly season 2, but for some reason in Orlando it was season 2 and 3 for whatever reason. I don't know why they made that change, but they did. But it feels more balanced here because you have season 2, which is really good. You have Bob Wyandotte rip in the chat. Then you have season 3, which has that big, huge mind flare, and I mean this thing is huge. It's scaled to how it actually looks. So you see that big flesh mind flare in season 3. It's actually it's there. They have that like as a puppet, and I'm sorry I spoiled it. I kind of spoiled it for you, but it's really, really cool. And it follows it pretty closely. You go on like the Russian tunnels. It's really good. Everything about Stranger Things is really good except for the scares, which is fine because I mean it's a very atmospheric show. There's not really too many jump scares in it, so they're just really keeping with the show. So I mean that's what's really all the houses covered right there. They were really fun. This whole event was so fun. There were so many people there too, and I don't know if I should talk about scare zones or not. I'm gonna give a quick rundown. Zombieland is my favorite. Zombieland's amazing. That's it. But oh, and I also got a picture with Shorty. It'll probably put up on the screen right now. Okay, you saw Shorty. Good job. See how those are the current 3 most attractive men alive. So, but yeah, it was really fun. So, in conclusion, HHN 29 was, in my opinion, better than HHN 28, just because it had more it was very balanced. It was more balanced than 29 in my opinion. Then again, I didn't go in all 10 houses, so I don't know for sure, but it was really good. And next year we're going to have HHN 30, which is probably going to bring back icons like the director, Jack the Clown, the caretaker. I don't know what her name is. I don't know. But they're going to bring everything back. And it's going to be a huge celebration. So I really wish they'd bring Jason back, but he's in his lawsuit right now, which is sad. But anyway, so for any of you actually going to HHN right now, if you've seen this video, good luck going through. Alright, see ya. Alright, so actually no, I was wrong. I forgot to say something, not see ya yet. But I forgot to include the Lagoon show. Now the Lagoon show was amazing. I didn't record the whole thing because I was too busy in awe. But the second time I went, I did record some of it. So right now, I'm gonna show Killer Clowns from Outer Space and Stranger Things on there. I hope I don't get sued for that, or not sued, copyrighted. What am I saying? But anyway, here's the parts of the Lagoon show. Now I have to stop recording because I have history homework I have to do. So enjoy this.